You won't reach a single goal this year if you don't do this. Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to another edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim. One of the final Letting the Chickens Out with Jim episodes of the entire year. And it's a foggy morning, as you can see. It's going to be a fine morning for working out. Today's a leg day for those of you paying attention at home. So let's get back to the topic at hand. If you want to reach your goals this year, pay real close attention to this tip. So what am I talking about? Well, the big idea here is that if you set goals like everybody else, you're not going to reach a single one of them this year. What am I talking about? Well, here's the thing you need to understand. Goals are not outcomes. An outcome is something like, I want $1 million. I want to make $1 million this year. I want to make $2 million this year. I want to add 50,000 people to my email list this year. All right. That's an outcome. That's not a goal. A goal is an action. A goal is something you can do. So, for example, I want to lose 50 pounds. That's an outcome. I will walk 30 minutes and eat a sensible diet daily. That is the goal, because you can control the goal. Write that down. I can control the goal. So, you should make taking specific action your goal, not the outcome that they lead to it. So basically what I do is, at this time of year, I set out the outcomes that I want to create, and then I make a big giant list of all the actions I need to take to make that happen, and then I boil it down to daily actions that I can take. For example, when I wanted to lose weight, what was my goal? My goal was to wake up every morning at 4:30 and go out and walk for a minimum of 30 minutes. That's how I lost the weight. That's what built the momentum. That's what got me unstuck and finally able to get my weight under control after struggling with it for years and years and years. Because that's the thing you got to understand, is that you can only control two things. You can control what you think, and you can control what you do. Everything else is outside of your control. It can be within your ability to influence, but it's outside your control. You can't control the weather. You can't control the economy. You can't control other people. You can't control external circumstances. You can influence them, but you cannot control them. So here's your action item for this Letting the Chickens Out with Jim video. And it's real simple. First thing you want to do is write out the main outcome that you want in several different areas: financially, spiritually, family, physically. Write down a primary outcome. I personally am not a big fan of writing down 10 goals in each area because you'll never reach them. You got to write down a single outcome that brings a whole lot of other stuff along with it. For example, I want to get to my ideal weight, and we'll talk, maybe Monday we'll talk about phrasing stuff in the positive, but just for the sake of whatever, let's say I want to remove 50 pounds from my body, okay? Really what you need to do is state that, and the outcome I want is to be at my ideal weight of 190 pounds, whatever that is. I mean, that's a better way. That's kind of a mini lesson within that. But you need to phrase stuff in the positive. If you say, I want to lose 50 pounds, I really need to lose this 50 pounds, I really need to lose this 50 pounds, all you're doing is focusing on the 50 pounds, and you're never going to lose the 50 pounds. You have to phrase it in a way that you say, I want to live at my ideal weight of 190 pounds. We'll talk about that another day. Write down the outcome you want. I want $1 million in the bank. I want to make $100,000 this year. I want to make $100,000 a month. I want to make $50,000 a month, whatever it is. First, you write down the outcome. Then you write down the actions that you're going to take. And that's your goal, daily, weekly, sometimes even hourly, to take the actions you know you need to take in order to produce the outcome that you want to manifest in your life. That's how it works. If you set goals like all the people are going to tell you to set goals this year, you ain't going to get jack poop, okay? You're not. This is how you do it. This is how you change your circumstances. You write down the outcome you want, state it in the positive, and then you decide the actions you're going to take every single day to make those outcomes become reality. That's what you do. So I'm Jim Edwards. I got to feed these chickens, and then I got to go do leg day, and then I get to go do leg day, and then I get to go record a podcast episode with my buddy Stu Smith, and then I will probably take the rest of the day off to spend with family. So everybody have a wonderful day. Think about what I've said here, guys. This is one of the biggest things that's made a huge difference in my life and let me get out of the ghetto of my own mind and start living some dreams. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.